is how to write a book that sells. How to write a book that sells. Here we are going to be looking at 5 things you need to know before you can start writing a book if you want your book to sell. So the first one is start with a big idea. See the entire world as your audience. So start with ideas that will resonate with the global audience. Take for example, you can discuss issue about global warming. Global warming is a global phenomenon. So start with a very big idea. Don't restrict yourself to things that happens within your locality. Make the global world your audience. That's the first thing. Start with a big idea. Now, the second one, which you may want to consider, is that you need to be audience minded. You need to be audience specific. Now, what do I mean? When I say you need to be audience minded, you need to be mindful of those that you are writing to. You need to understand the caliber of people that you want your book to actually speak to. So you need to know what they want to hear. You need to know what they are willing to know. You need to know what they would part their money. They will be willing to part their money just to get. So it's important that you understand your audience. You must speak to a category of people. You cannot just write a book and you want the entire world to without any particular category of people in mind. So you must know the category of people you want your book to actually address. That's very, very important. And then you must also know the language that they understand. You can't be speaking in your local parlance to those audience that are not of your community, because it will not resonate with them. So you need to know your audience, and then that will determine the choice of words and language you are going to use in relating with them. So that is very, very key. Now, the number 3 thing you need to also know is, after you have penned down your book, you need to edit. But in editing, most of the time, emphasis are always on error as a result of grammar and the rest of them. But really, editing goes beyond just that. You need to edit actually for clarity. There's no point editing a book and there are a lot of clusters and distractions. It is going to distract your audience from what the message you actually want to pass across to them. So it's very important that in editing your book, make sure your book takes care of clusters or distractions that will prevent your message to be clearly understood. So that is the main essence of editing. Of course, the errors as a result of grammar and the rest of them are also part of the reasons why you are editing. But most importantly, edit for clarity. Now, number 4 that you may also want to remember as you write your book and you want it to sell is book branding. Book branding, that's very, very key, because usually what attracts anyone to your book is the appearance of your book. So you may want to give your book a very attractive appearance. Now, take for example your title. Your title must be such that it's very catchy. It's attention grabbing. Then also you may also look at the texture of your book. Make it very attractive. And also the book cover, the design of your book cover, make it amazing, very stunning for anyone who sees to want to have a look at what is the content. So it's very important. The book cover, the title, the texture of your book, you must do a lot of work to make sure that anyone who see it will just have no option than to want to get it and go through the content. So that's very, very important. So your book branding, you must give it a priority. Okay, and the last one has to do with launching. You need to explore the launching options you have at your disposal. You can use the traditional method, the organic and the paid method of reaching out to people, creating awareness for your book. That's very, very important. You can tell friends, families, you can distribute them or advertise them when you have social occasions and the rest of them. You can also put the link on your social media handles, or you can even engage Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and the rest of them to help promote your book. So this way, you'll be able to get your book across to your audience. So it's very, very important. And launching is not something you do just once. It's something you do regularly, creating awareness for your book. So these are the tips that when you have them within your, when you have them in your custody and you remember them, it will help you to understand how you need to put your book together and how you need to put them forward for sales. So these are 5 good things you need to remember as you write your book and you want the book to sell.